Leicester have just gone and absolutely turned the whole place up on its ear. But that's because of the passion. It was only in 2002 where the fans actually had to support that club to turn it around from bankruptcy. So for me, there's very important things that have to happen. One is that the fans promote and help us promote and develop this as much as possible. And the only way we're going to get fans to do that is if they're happy and they see success from the team and they see that the team is moving forward. And they need to move forward hand in hand, because the most important thing is, yes, on the ice, the players, because without the players and the success of them for this next season, we're not going to have what we would call happy support. So, but if we embrace that together and we get that name, the Tigers, back out there, every opportunity that we can support the social media, we can be positive, we can retweet, we can like Facebook pages and get that brand exposure. That is all part of the big wheel of the success of next season. And when we have events, let's put events. We're going to put events on. We're going to do different events. Well, let's see everybody embrace it and get behind it. Because I know as a sportsman, if you've got people cheering for you and you can feel their passion, it takes you up a gear. And it takes you up to another level as far as your performance. And that's what we need to do. We need to get behind this. So when that pre-season matches start, let's get behind. Let's fill that, the whole of Telford Ice Rink with support. And let's give them guys the kind of welcome that they got when we were going into the playoff matches. So let's go big on everything. Let's make some noise.
And just finally, where would you like this club to be in 5 years' time?
In 5 years' time, I'd like it to be one of the biggest teams. One of the biggest teams. Now, that when I say biggest, that means that we have depth in squad. We also have a whole infrastructure underneath that that enables us to develop the players from a young age. I mean, we've got a fantastic system, which again needs to be developed. And for me, and I'm talking just from my point of view, is I would like to have a full educational academy system. And yeah, okay, that takes a lot of investment and a lot of time, but it's about the future. And in 5 years' time, for me, I'd like to be up there, right at the top, and consistently winning. I'd like to see two more leagues won, and to do that, we need to make sure that everything is in place. But predominantly for me, my focus is not going to be about the ice. My focus is purely about the commercials. My passion's about the ice, because that's the result of the commercials being right, that we can then take the ice to another level. So from my point of view, I'm going to get my house in order and get what I need to be done first. And then I'm going to be really thinking about what Tom's delivering on the ice with the guys, because I think that's where you've got to differentiate. The running of a club is about running the club. And I think clear differentiation between the actual ice hockey and the club itself. We're going to call it a business, although I don't like using the word business, because businesses all want to make lots of profit. We're about making a profit margin that can, against our bottom line, that can be reinvested. And that's the key thing for 5 years, where I want to see it, is to have enough money to reinvest back into, without having to have huge investment coming in from America, because I want that investment to carry on forever from America, but only from the point of view as a sponsor, because self-sufficiency and resilience through hard times as a business are the most important things. And I think as well, one of the other things as well for me in 5 years is I'd like to expand the team here. We've got a brilliant team, and that team does the work of maybe 3 or 4 people that more than they actually have in there, and that's a real commendation to them, because they're not only coming here and doing a job, but they're doing their job so well because of the passion they have for the success of the team. And as well, that 5-year plan has got to be about bringing the right staff in at the right time, and making sure that everybody's going in the right direction. And I think that's one of the hardest things of a business is getting getting that direction right and getting everybody working together on it. And yeah, at times it won't happen like that. There will be people that come and people that go and people that better themselves with other positions, or even people that haven't been the right choices. But realistically, it's all about that direction and that single goal. And single goal is to be, we can sit here and say the best, and we can say we can thrash everybody, but my focus is where we will commercially be in 5 years, and that's the important part for me. And I think it's quite a refreshing approach, because we have gone out there and we have made tremendous changes. And yeah, I think as well, we've kind of shot ourselves in the foot at times with that, because when you make big changes and you see large investments of money, then you don't necessarily, you'd expect to be the envy of everybody, but envy unfortunately tends to turn into frustration and not level playing fields. People think that we have it on a plate, and I can say that here, especially the backroom staff, the coaches, the office team, the management team, they have to work exceptionally hard, and not just work hard, but they've got to please so many different people at the same time, and that's a hard model to do. You have to adapt it and evolve it and make sure that it's right, because too many sporting clubs, the fans feel that they're not appreciated. They don't feel that they're part of the club, and that's where part of the focus has to be over that time, is to not just increase the membership and the fan base, but it's also to make sure that fan base feel as an integral part of the team as any player, any coach, any person in management. So from my point of view, it's about getting all the commercials right, and once they're right, everything else will follow.